is, in my terms, just what you needed. And hopefully we'll catch a little bit of that for everybody today. Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Yoga for the Heart. We are in the month of March 2026. It's my birthday, hence the hat today. And we're going to be focusing a little bit on the neck, but the main focus of our class is expanding through the heart. So we want to stretch the chest muscles, stretch the shoulders, work on good posture. This is great for us through our entire life. It's really good for our skeleton. We'll also be getting the heart rate up a little bit by flowing through some movements. And those of you that have been with me the last few weeks know we've been working on planks, and we're working towards getting a 3-minute plank. Tuesday in class, I saved the planks for the end, and by that time our shoulders were just shot. So we're going to do the planks early in class and then a few reverse planks toward the end, and I'll give you a lot of wonderful options. So do what feels best for your body. But we've been starting with a lymphatic warm-up, and so what I would like to do today is start with our breath of Joyce, named after our friend Joyce. So we'll inhale the arms forward. Inhale again, bring them to the side. Inhale a third time, bring them up, and you can also lift up on your toes. And then exhale through the mouth and push your arms behind you. So we'll inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, and exhale. In through the nose, in through the nose, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And you can pick whatever pace you'd like to do with this. In a typical yoga practice, breath of Joyce starts slow, and then we move it a little quicker as we feel comfortable with that. So we're getting the shoulders to warm up as we start to open up the heart here. Make sure you're moving your shoulders through a comfortable range of motion. If you feel any pain or pinching or discomfort, then back off right away on the range. We're getting synovial fluid to the shoulders, warming up through the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, and then just getting the breath moving along with our body. I call it the 3 Bs sometimes. The brain is the first B. We got to be thinking about what we're doing. The body, which is our movement, the kinesiology behind the movement, and then the last B is the breathing. So brain, body, breath. 2 more. And last one. And come up and just pause for a moment. Kind of notice, wow, what feels a little bit different after that nice wake-up call doing the breath of Joyce. Let's take our feet a little bit wider, slight turn out of the toes. And this exercise is called moonflowers. I'd like you to reach up like a 5-pointed star, spread your fingers, then bend your knees a little bit, pull your elbows and your shoulder blades back behind you. And we'll inhale as we reach, exhale to pull back. So this is not a deep knee bend. It's just a small bend through the knees, making sure the knees are tracking. Abdominals really engaged. So start to think about what's going on with your core and your midsection. Good morning, Treacle. He's coming along for class. 1 more moonflower. And then relax. Take your feet even wider for sunflower. So on sunflower, we make a big circle with our hands, arms. We cross them above the head. And then as we come down, we really deeply bend the knees and we cross the wrists down below 1 time. So we're making a nice big sun shape. And again, on inhaling to come up, exhaling to come down. Now, if this bothers your back to hinge forward, then you're going to keep it more like moonflowers and just stay upright here. Or make it a small hinge forward. And then if you really can connect your brain and your body, try to cross the opposite wrist over each time. So maybe right in front of left, right in front of left, and then reverse that. That is difficult. Or just let it go. Let it be. Cross when your brain says it's time to cross. Now, can we combine moonflowers and sunflowers? So we're up, we're down, we're crossing, and crossing in front. Up. Bend the knees, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale. Now do these at your own pace for just a few more rounds with any modifications you need to make. You should be feeling your heart rate starting to come up here this morning, really warming the entire body, preparing us for a practice that's going to involve some flexibility, some stretching. And if we have nice warm muscles, that's going to prepare us even more for the flexibility portion. Our muscles are like taffy. So if taffy is nice and warm, we can pull it, we can stretch it, we can shape it. If it's not warm, it probably is going to just crack or break. So we want those muscles warm when we stretch. Okay, let's do one more of each. Moonflower and sunflower. And then hold here, bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Now, if you need to widen your feet a little bit, feel free to do that. And we'll come into our starfish twist. So we come across and across. Now, with our lymphatic warm-up, there's some slapping that we do along the skin and the tissue. So we can add a little double slap here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just nice and gentle. And we're getting the blood flow to that area. It's responding, helping the lymphatic system to flow through the body here. It gets stuck, it gets clogged, doesn't make its way as efficiently as it should through our body. Let's do one more each side. And then hold, relax the arms down, step your feet into mid stance position or tight stance. You can go feet tight together or a little bit of space. If you've got space, make sure you're tracking your knees to your feet. Bend your knees, reach one arm forward, flex your palm, take the other hand, make a fist and pull it back behind you. Now you're going to switch that. Push and make a fist. Push and make a fist. And then I want you to start to really speed this up and start to rotate your upper body so that your shoulders move from side to side, not just your arms reaching out. Now you'll notice if your feet are tight together, it's harder to balance. So if you're feeling a little bit tippy, get those feet out a little bit. Give yourself a wider base of support. We're flexing the wrist. I want you to feel like you're pushing with the heel of your hand, the base of the palm. Make a fist nice and tight when you pull back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come up, step the right foot forward, the left foot back just a small amount so you're in a baby warrior 1. So if I give you a little side view, looks about like that. It's not a great big step back. Some space between your feet here. And then we'll do a side bend over toward the left side and then a side bend over to the right. So starting to move our spine through what we call lateral flexion. And this little warrior 1 lunge gives us more of a balance challenge. Good. Opening up the sideways. Just breathe whenever it feels right for you. And then the next time you come over to the right side, we'll hold it here. Now, if you'd like, take your left hand, reach your fingers behind your ear. Your ear's not back there, back behind the neck. Take this right hand and you can either put it at your hip or you can try to reach it behind your back. This is your cow face arms. You could also quickly grab your yoga strap, but we're not going to be here too long. But you could hold your yoga strap to hold this stretch. I feel my toes really desperately gripping the mat here to keep my balance. So let's come up very gently, release that bottom arm so you don't twist your shoulder, and then the top arm. Great job. Let's switch your feet. Left foot in front, right foot back a bit, a little bend in your front knee. Your back foot is pretty parallel, but if you need to turn it out a little bit for better balance, that's absolutely fine. And we'll go over to one side and the other. And if you're at all like me, you're going to say, wow, this feels completely different on this side. It's very normal for whatever reason. We typically are one side dominant, especially with our balance. So when my right leg, which looks like the left facing the camera, is in front, I don't balance as well. So this feels really tippy to do this. But that's why we do it equally on both sides of the body, right? We don't have to be symmetrical, but we just have to work our body in a balance. Okay, so the next time we come over to the left side, we will hold this one. This top hand can reach behind the back of the neck. This hand can either go to the hip or just bring it behind the back. Be very gentle with your shoulders here. And when that bottom shoulder gets into inward rotation, it can be hard on the shoulder, especially if you have any pre-existing issues in your shoulder there as well. So we're breathing, yes, absolutely. Checking in on our body. My sweat meter's coming up a little bit here in Florida. It's pretty muggy. So let's come up, release that bottom arm, release the top arm, and then step your feet back about to mid stance. We're going to come into dead arms. And this is from Qigong, Tai Chi. And I really like dead arms. When you get it and you do it right, what we're doing is we're pivoting on the feet. We're lifting a heel up and we're rotating our body, and our arms are not doing anything. They are doing something, but you're not using your arms to do this. You're letting your arms be completely hanging there. Just dead arms. It's the reason it's called that. So you're just spinning your body and your arms just come around and slap the sides of your body. This is another lymphatic movement. If you like this one, stay with it, or you can come up and be up here with the opposite hand. So now you are placing the hand there, but you're giving yourself a lymphatic slap at the pectoral. Good. You can combine those, maybe do a couple of them low and then a couple of them up high. Good. Now let's go from this right into the golf swing. So you're going to keep this pivoting of the feet going, and then you're going to swing the golf club. It wouldn't really look like this. I'm not a golfer, but I think that you probably wouldn't quite look like this. But what we're doing is still getting that pivoting action. And then we slap the underneath of the arm. This is where we have a lot of the lymphatic system passes in the lymph nodes here. So we want to give ourselves a nice little wake-up call to the underarm lymph nodes. And let's get 4 more each side. And 3, and 2, and 1, and come center. Step your feet together. Slowly lift the right knee. Set the foot down. Lift the left knee. So now I really want you to think about your posture, your balance. And then we add this into our lymphatic warm-up. We can speed up a little bit. I want you to reach the opposite hand across and slap the inside of that left and right leg or knee. If you can get your knees to come up a little higher, you could actually hit your calf muscle. But I don't want you to worry about lifting your knees high if it causes you to bend over and come out of posture. So really high here. And wherever you find contact is great. 4, each side, 3, each side, 2, and 1, and 1. Great job. Lymphatic hops. So just bounce up and down. You can come completely away from the floor if you like to really hop off the floor, but it's not necessary. You can keep the balls of your feet on the ground and just bounce on your heels a little bit. Let your arms shake out. And if you'd like to add some lymphatic taps on the forehead, it's hard for me to work around my birthday hat, but tapping the top of the head, really activating the capillaries here. And I like to always imagine this is helping my hair grow in a little thicker, getting all of those little hair follicles. Okay, let's relax. Nicely done. For the next section, if you would like to pick up hand weights, I'm going to give you that option. I'm pointing to them over here. There they are. If you want to pick up hand weights, light hand weights, bring them to your chest. Without weights, we're just going to sit into chair pose and then rise up. So I want you to come down slowly. Think about your weight going into your heels and press up from the heels. Good. Now with or without hand weights, we can add a little bit of a press above the head. If you don't have weights and you want to really reach up, excellent. And then you could come to heart center. So we've been talking a lot in LisaBug classes about, we're not getting enough strength training. So for those of you that want to use weights here, this is great. They're not traditionally used in yoga, but as the Western world has manipulated yoga practices quite a bit over the years, we have a practice called yoga sculpt, and we can use weights. Good, let's do one more of these. And then come back down into the chair with or without the weights here. As you come up, goalpost arms pull the elbows back. It's almost like you're doing that moonflower arms. And you don't need heavy weights with this. If you're doing weights at home, something light to moderate is wonderful, just to add some extra workload, extra resistance. But our goal is building strength in the legs. These are essentially squats. And then opening up the heart, thinking about good posture here. Now we're working a little bit on our neck today, so I want to start adding movement of the head. So as you come up this time, look right. As you come into chair, look forward. Now look left. And I really want you to think not only about the action of looking, I want you to think about the action of the opposite shoulder moving back behind you. So if you look to the right, pull your left shoulder blade back a little more. And then when you look to the left, pull your right shoulder blade back. If you're using weights, they're probably feeling pretty heavy by now. So you can set them down anytime. Let's do one more to the left side. And then hold your chair pose. We are going to pulse down, down. So you're at close to the bottom range of your chair pose. What I want you to think about here is, are you using both legs evenly? Or are you shifting your weight a little bit unknowingly to your dominant side? So try to even it out. 10, 9, 8, 7. Abs are drawn in tight. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it isometric. If you're using weights, bring them down here and do some bicep curls. You can also do this movement if you don't have weights, or you could do straight arm scissors or nothing with the arms at all. This is about isometric strength training for the legs. You guys, we're going to hold this another 30 seconds. Can you do it with me? Yes, it's like doing a wall sit. Isometric work is so good for our body. It's been shown to reduce blood pressure. A lot of benefits for isometric. Increases muscle power, type 2 muscle fibers. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and press up. Ooh, shake those legs out a little bit. Okay, you can set the weights down if you have those. We're going to move into some flexibility work for the upper body. I'm going to use my chair, and you can also go down to the mat with this. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So let's take a nice big inhale, reach up. Exhale, soften the knees and swan dive down to place your hands either on your chair or all the way to the floor, and walk your feet back into your down dog. And let's just really open up the lats and the shoulders. Do what feels best for you here. Now, this is a position that our head is in a different spot in terms of gravity. So what I want you to do is rotate your head slowly from the right to the left as you're here in downward dog. I'm going to take my little birthday hat off. Now, ideally, there's really no right or wrong way, but ideally in yoga, you should be looking underneath your arm when you're looking from side to side. But if you have shoulder problems and you're up here, you're forward a little more because that's your range, that's okay. You can look over the shoulder. So listen to your body in terms of that and do what feels best for you. Let's look one more time to each side. Looking back to the center, we'll soften the knees a little bit and take a nice big step forward with the right foot. Lift your left foot up off the floor. So we are in a warrior 3. I'm using my chair for balance. You can use a wall, or you can take your hands away and balance here in warrior 3. Try to steady the body, leveling off the hips. You can also place your left hand on the chair for standing bird dog. And this prepares us really to work on our planks today. Okay, so let's step back to your forward fold or your downward dog, whichever one you want to take here. Take your time. Transition in a way that feels most comfortable for your body. Then soften your knees. We'll step the left foot forward. Lift your right leg up off the floor. Finding your warrior 3 balance, or placing your right hand to the chair for standing bird dog. Now tighten up the leg that's extended behind you. Fire those muscles. Flex the ankle. Push into your heel. Make sure your head position is neutral. And then we'll step back into our forward fold or downward dog one more time. And then if you're in down dog, walk your feet back towards the top of your mat and rise up to a nice mountain pose. Okay, we have been working on planks. I always want to give you the option to do those up against the wall, where you can put hands on the wall, walk the feet back, and work on your plank. You guys know your options, what works best for you. I'm going to bring a little bit of a blanket down onto the floor so I can come down here to the floor for my plank. You can also use your chair. So I want you to pick a plank, and we are going to hold it for 1 minute. And I'm going to give you 3 opportunities to do this so that we're working towards our 3 minutes, but we can take a break. Now remember, bird dog is an option for plank. So is basic hands and knees. So get into the position that you like. You can come down to your elbows, knees or toes. Get ready and begin. So there are so many ways we can do plank, and I really want you to take what is doable for you. At the same time, you can try to raise the bar a little bit, but really seek your heart to know what feels best, what is best for you today. And there's no judgment, for yourself. There's no competition at all. You just do what you can do today in your body. If you need to take breaks during this minute, please feel free to take breaks. Sometimes the shoulders are what give out on us first before the core. So we've been working on strengthening our shoulders as well. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Take any pose that's a restorative pose for you. If you're standing up against the wall, just shake out your arms. If you're down on the ground, maybe take a child's pose. Just take a break that feels best for you. Now, since we have 2 more rounds of 1 minute, we could maybe do a side plank on each side, or we could do our bird dog on each side. So be kind of thinking where you want to go with this. I'm going to do a kneeling side plank. So I'm going to come up. With a kneeling side plank, we turn to the side on our knee and we open out here. Now, what's nice about the kneeling side plank is I really don't have to even hold myself up. So this is great for the wrist. I can still get into the plank position, but not use my arm much. So let's begin. 1 minute. And you could do a leg lift here or some leg circles. You could also turn your head up and turn it down. This is another different position for our neck that we can work on that rotation. Again, take breaks as needed, but we are going to try to get 3 1-minute planks today. Check in on your breathing. The 3 B's, the brain, the body, and the breath. You have 15 seconds. So I just really don't even have any weight at all here. You can make a fist for wrist if your wrists bother you here. And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a restorative pose, whatever works good for you at home. I'm going to keep my leg out and do a little bit of a child's pose here to stretch the inner thigh on that extended leg. Good. Now we have 1 more 60-second plank. So I'm going to come to the other side so I'm not facing away from the camera and my timer. So get yourself set up, whether it's bird dog on the other side or whatever you want to do. And get ready in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and begin. Good. So I'm going to add a couple of rotations of the head here. I slept wrong a couple of weeks ago, and I tell you what, it's been taking forever for my neck to feel normal. And so working this slow range of motion is really good. Check in on the 3 B's. Is the brain thinking about the pose, or is your head drifting away somewhere? How is your body alignment? Are you breathing? Where are you breathing? Are you up here in the chest? Are you in the side ribs? Are you low in the belly? No right or wrong way. Just think about what's going on for you. Good job. We're almost to that finish. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Nice. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job, everybody. Take a recovery pose. You did your best for our 3-minute plank drill today. Made the modifications that suit your body the best. So we are going to be in a mermaid position, and I want to show you an option to use the chair. And so sometimes getting down on the floor in mermaid is difficult if your hips are tight. So here is your mermaid on the chair. I'm sitting my hip on the very edge of my chair, and I can do mermaid here up on the chair. Otherwise, we can come down to the floor, and another option is to put a blanket or a pillow underneath the hip, just like where the chair would have been on that leg. We can extend this leg out to the side, or sometimes it's more comfortable to bend the knee into a mermaid position. So take a minute, get into the place that feels best for you. We're going to have our right hand gently on the floor, so I'm not leaning on it and putting a lot of pressure into my shoulder. I even have my fingers kind of tented here. And we're just going to extend the other arm up so we're on a nice diagonal line. Rotate that arm back behind you, open up your chest, and look up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, bring this extended arm and thread it underneath your right armpit. And I want you to feel a terrific stretch in your upper back here. And we'll just go slow. Inhale. This is your heart opener. And exhale into the twist. Look back behind you so you've got that neck rotation. And one more, reach up. And reach under. Reach up and hold to finish. And then use the strength of your side body to sit yourself up. Now, if you're in the chair, you can do this next stretch as well, sitting on the edge of the chair. But we're going to see if either with your yoga strap or with your hand, you can grab this ankle back here and pick the leg up off the floor. So yoga strap works really nice if you have any issues getting enough bend in your knee. And we're going to pull that leg back to open up the hip flexor here, open up the quadricep on that leg. And then we can take a chin mudra. This is index finger to thumb, other fingers extended out, and gaze up. It's a mudra that is stress relieving. It's just a beautiful symbol of just joy and harmony. Tighten that back leg glute to give yourself the stretch there. One more breath. And then relax it down. Now we're going to take the chest and fold it over this leg. If you're in the chair, sit on the chair, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and fold your body over. So it's a seated figure 4 if you're in the chair. If you want to extend this leg back behind you and come into pigeon, you can do that as well. So take the stretch for the hip that feels best for your body. So extend forward, breathe. And I do like to have my head supported in this one. So I stack my fists and bring the forehead down. It's not essential, but it is nice to just relax the neck and the shoulders, the muscles of the face. Take some nice breaths here. And allow this to be a hip opener that feels restorative for you. I don't want it to be so intense that you just can't wait until it's over with. I want you to feel relaxed, coming to a very gentle edge in your pose. Very nice. Okay, very slowly come out. And then we'll move to the other side. So if you're in the chair, go over to the opposite side of the chair and sit your left hip on the chair. And if you're on the chair, it feels nice to extend the leg long And you can have your hand on the chair as well, or we're here in mermaid. And let's inhale. The arm is on a diagonal, or it can be lower if that feels better for your shoulder. Then rotate back, open up the heart, look as far as you can behind you. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, thread the needle through, look behind you. Oh, my back just popped and cracked. I think it needs this rotation. It was in a good way though. And breathe in. And scoop your abs in. Hollow this area out when you do that, thread the needle. We do this in Pilates Reformer, and we almost put a little bit of a C curve in here. So we open and breathe in, and then we scoop our abs in, hollow out, rotate, look behind you. And then come up to finish. Great job. And then this hand is going to find the ankle or use your yoga strap to lasso it. Pull that leg up a little bit and back behind you. So you should be able to pretty well do this on the chair if you're sitting on your left hip. And if you can't reach that foot, even with the yoga strap, just slide the foot behind and leave it down on the floor. And then let's take our chin mudra. So our index finger, we're making an A-OK sign. And that's what we'll say here. I am A-OK. And breathe. This gives you a little bit of balance work. If that feels a little bit tippy, your hand can always be down on the floor. Tighten your back leg glute, the one we're stretching. And then relax. Then we'll take our modification, whatever it might be, for your pigeon. So we can fold the chest over this knee. If you're on the chair, cross your left ankle over your thigh and lean forward for your seated pigeon. Or you can slide this leg all the way back behind for traditional pigeon pose. Now you could very well be different from one side to the other. So it's okay if you change it when you go to the other side for whatever reason. Now with my knee replacement, my hip replacements, and now the other knee that needs to be replaced, I tell you what, I have been so different from one side to the other now for the past 3 years. So I'm just getting used to checking in every day to see what I can do on one side versus the other. And it's okay. Supporting the head if you can. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. And then slowly come out of the pose. We'll be doing a combination of reverse planks and stretches using your yoga strap as an option. Now for these poses, it is really nice to sit up on a blanket, on a pillow, on a block, so you can actually have your hips elevated up. So I'm going to turn this way for you, move my chair a little bit out of the way, and just extend both of your legs out. And I want you to bring your hands behind your body, turn your fingers toward the back so that you can open up your chest. Not a lot of pressure on your arms. I want you to use your core here. And if you took your hands away from you, I want you to be able to support your own body weight with your abs. And then round your shoulder blades towards each other, opening the heart. Just take your gaze upward. This is your first reverse plank option. Now engage your abs to sit yourself up. Bend your knees as much as you need to here, and we'll take the yoga strap as an option. Place it under the bottom of the feet and come into our seated forward fold. Now, as best as we can, we want to keep a pretty straight back. So we're not hunching and collapsing and rounding. We're nice and lifted, extending forward any amount. And it is okay to bend your knees so that those hamstrings aren't too tight and stressed. You can also sit your back right up against a wall, extending your legs long, and just relax there. Good. One more breath here. And then release that yoga strap. We'll lean back again, but this time bend the left knee. So I have my right leg extended. I'm going to bring the arms behind me and take that chest expansion again. And your option is just to keep your seat on the ground. Or if you'd like to come into a plank, you're going to push down into your left foot and your right heel and lift your seat up off the ground. Now, this is pretty strenuous on the shoulders, so it's okay if you don't do it or if you just stay there for maybe 5 seconds. And then we'll go ahead and come back down and relax. Now for this stretch, we're going to reach the right hand across to that left knee, keep the left hand behind you, and twist and look over your shoulder. And breathe. Now for the neck on this one, while you're looking back, I want you to drop your chin down. Ooh, that's a good stretch. Now activate your right leg. Pull your toes up, make that leg fire the muscles so they hug around the bones, and your legs should feel strong and long. Okay, let's come back to center. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, reach the hands behind you. Now, this is getting too intense for your shoulders. You can come back even a little bit more, maybe to your elbows. I want you to make sure that this is okay for your body. Or come in a little closer with your hands. You don't have to be all the way back here. So option 1, you sit on the floor. Option 2, push into your right foot and your left heel and lift yourself up into a reverse plank. Now, the higher you come up into the reverse plank, the more stretch is in your shoulders. So if you only come up a little bit, maybe an inch, it won't be as intense on your shoulder here. Okay, let's lower down. Sit up, reaching the left hand across to the right knee. Right hand is behind you. Sit tall and look over your right shoulder. Then we'll drop the chin a little bit down toward the floor. Activate the left leg. So tighten the leg, pull the toes up into dorsiflexion, and you're breathing. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Really lengthen the spine on the inhalation. Find the twist on the exhalation. And then come back to center. Now we'll have both knees bent. Reaching back behind you. And by this time, maybe your shoulders are saying, I'm not going to put any pressure on this right now. I'm just going to be right here. Or you could even make this an abdominal exercise and just lean back like this. So I want to give you a lot of options for those of you that have some shoulder issues. So we can be here, or we can lift the seat up any amount for that reverse plank. If you want to work your hamstrings more, you can straighten both legs and lift the hips up. Just one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Let's bend both knees and let the knees open into your butterfly stretch. Baddha Konasana. And just take a nice little hinge forward. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs, in the groin, maybe a little bit in the low back. Now, if you can comfortably reach your feet, I'm going to turn this way a little bit. You can see the bottom of the arch of your foot right in here. If you can comfortably reach your feet, take your hands on the outside of your feet and take your thumbs and give yourself a plantar fascia massage right underneath the bottom of the feet. What's that foot? You said thank you? Oh, yeah, I can definitely hear my feet saying thank you. The feet are the furthest body part away from your eyes, and they don't get very much attention. And they do so much for us every day. So giving them a little massage is wonderful. You can press on the ball mound of the big toe, on the heel itself. Excellent. Okay, relax that there. Either staying here in butterfly or in simple cross-leg pose, we'll take a side stretch one way and then the other way. And I just want you to make this a graceful flow from side to side. And as you do, bring your awareness to your sitting bones on the floor. Those are called your ischial tuberosities. And I want you to keep pressing into both sitting bones. Try not to lean over and let the sitting bone lift off the floor. So keep everything from the pelvis down very stable. If your shoulders are bothering you here, you can just bring your hands down, side stretch, or you could reach across a little bit. What we're doing is finding movement while we're keeping our sits bones stable. Let's just do one more each side. And then finding a comfortable seat again. I'm going to move into just simple cross-leg pose here. We'll bring the right arm up, extend and stretch. Then fold that arm across the top of the head so you're reaching toward your ear, if that feels okay for your shoulder. And we're just going to slightly tip the head to the side. Now, I'm not using this hand to pull my head down and force it. It just has maybe a couple of pounds of extra weight. And really for me, what this does when I have my hand here is it almost sends a message to my neck muscles that says, it's okay, just relax. It feels all right. Another thing you can do is bring this hand across and give yourself a neck massage over on the side. And you can take the other hand and wrap it behind you if you'd like to stretch the front of that shoulder here. Good. When you leave class today, I want you to go, oh, that was exactly what I needed. And I feel like I had a massage. Okay, let's relax that side. And when you come up, it always amazes me. I can see my head in the camera and my head is straight, but I feel like it's still over that way because the side of my neck is so lengthened. So let's lift the left arm up. Inhale. Fold the hand gently across. Tip the ear to the side. And again, just a comfortable range, nice, easy range of motion. This hand can come behind. And then you can also just massage the side of your neck. It's amazing how much tension we carry in this area of our body. And although I don't spend the winters in Minnesota anymore, there is something called the Minnesota shrug, where when we're really cold, we tend to elevate our shoulder girdle and we tighten everything up. And what's happening is our body is trying to warm itself. And so when those muscles tense up and activate, they create heat in our body. So it is a thing, but then we get all stressed up here in the shoulders and the neck. Okay, let's relax that. Come back to center, check in. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Now we'll bring the left or right arm out, then bring it across the body, and we can take the other hand and gently pull it towards us, or we can loop our elbow underneath to make a lock, or you can loop it up even higher and make your eagle arms. So do one that feels really good for you, and then look to the right. So I want you to look behind you as much as you can with the closest eye to the back. So that's probably your right eye. You can even blink, close your left eye. And then try to look as far as you can with your left eye. Can you blink, close your right? So this is causing your eyeballs to move, and it's good to keep range of motion in your eyes as well, in the muscles of your eyes. Okay, let's come back to the center. And then open both arms into chest expansion. Look down. And bring the head back to neutral. We'll take this left arm out. Then we'll bring it across. We can gently hug it in. We can make a lock. We can wrap into eagle. I haven't done the lock in a while. That feels really good. And then we're going to look, not just with your chin, but with your eyes. Close your right eye. See what you see with your left. Close your left eye. All I can see is my nose. Yeah. But you're making your eyes move as much as you can. Okay, head back to center, chest expansion. Look down. Now, as you're still looking down with your chin, turn your head to the right. Keep pulling your shoulder blades back. Look to your left side. Look back to center and bring your head back to neutral. Take your hands right on top of the thighs. We are going to do a little circle around. Just loosen up the lower back, maybe 3 times around that circle. Sometimes called stir the pot. And then pause, inhale, reverse direction, maybe 3 times around, starting to the left. And then come up to neutral. I'd like you to find a position for just a couple of minutes in quiet meditation. You can stay seated. You can stay in a chair. You can lay down onto your back, roll over to your side, whatever you'd like to do for just a couple of minutes. And relax. I'm going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana, which is the reclined butterfly stretch, and give myself one more hip opener. And just take a couple of deep breaths here. Really allow the belly to rise when you breathe in. You can either exhale through the nose or mouth. Arms can be in any position. Maybe you're picking traditional Shavasana, corpse pose. Legs long, slightly separated, arms by your side, palms up. And just take a moment to scan your body from head to toe and notice if there's any areas where you're holding on to tension, holding on to stress, and let it go. I am A-OK. And then just begin to notice your body, how differently it feels from the beginning of our practice. 55 minutes later, how is your body feeling? Taking note of the benefits of your yoga practice today. Then give yourself a couple of words of positive affirmation or self-talk. Great job for showing up to class today. You know, you have busy schedules, and I am always honored when you spend your morning with me in LisaBug classes. I'm so grateful. We are A-OK. If you're needing a few more minutes in meditation, especially maybe you're watching this later on YouTube, there's no rush to get up and move. Take the time that you need. If you're following the sound of my voice, just begin to move around a little bit. We might all be in different positions, so I'm not going to cue specific things to do. But if you're on your back, you might bring knees to chest or rock the knees from side to side or make some circles. And then I'd like for you to take your time to come all the way up to stand up so that we can start our practice or end our practice where we started. And we began today with Breath of Joyce. It's Breath of Joy, but we honor our dear LisaBug member, Joyce, who passed away, with this pose. And I'd like for you to just do it one more time, slowly, together. Inhale, arms forward, to the side, up, exhale, and then bring your hands right to heart center. Eyes can close if you'd like as we pause to celebrate our hard work today, the dedication we have to the health of our spirit, mind, and bodies, and to the LisaBug community. And the light that resides within my heart honors the light in the hearts of each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for celebrating my birthday with me. If you can stay on and chat, I would love it. I'll get our recording shut off so that doesn't go on YouTube today. And then we will chat for a little bit.